Hey guys, this is Ashank David, and in today's video we are going to talk about the differences between data science, data analyst and a data engineer. So now before I start this video guys, I would like to request you people to please like, share and subscribe to our channel Coders Arcade, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you won't miss any future updates. So now without any further ado, let's get right into the topic. Here I will explain you the difference between a data scientist, a data analyst and data engineers with the help of this whole hierarchy that I have created in order to explain you. But when we talk about being a data scientist, what exactly data scientist means? Now in today's world, there are so many people who are getting confused in order to what job they want. Basically, they don't know what exactly the work they are going to do in their companies, and this is the reason why confusion is created. And in different websites, the definition of data scientist is totally different. Different websites have their different perspective of exactly what a data scientist means and what does he do. So that is the reason today I'll explain you the differences between these three job roles with the help of the data science hierarchy, the needs of data science hierarchy. Alright, so the first thing first, we need to first understand exactly what exactly the data is and why do we need data in this fields. So first of all, collecting the data is very important. If the data is not collected properly, there is no point of going towards AI or deep learning, because if the data is not only collected properly, your AI models can't do anything in that case. So that is the reason why it is very important for us to collect the data first. Basically here in data science, we collect the data, we analyze, we explore, we transform, we store, and we perform some analysis on that data. And if the job is not done by that analysis, then we move on to AI and machine learning, deep learning modules. Most of the companies, like 80 to 90% of the companies, at least in India, job is done by basically doing data analysis. And most of the part is done here only. Most of the companies can solve their problems using data analysis only. So basically at this level only, most of the problems are solved, and people can take the product decisions directly till here only. They don't even have to go to AI and deep learning. So basically that is the job for data scientists. So first understand about how the process is done. First of all, the data is collected. Once the data is collected, it has to be moved and stored. And how the data is collected? Data is collected by your software engineers when they work in front end. This is the place where the data is collected from the user. Once the data is collected, now the data has to be moved and stored. To move and store the data, we need to create data pipelines. And when you have tons of data, when you have lots of data, then creating the pipelines and making the whole job becomes very complicated, and this becomes a problem of a complicated distributed systems. And to solve this complicated distributed systems problem, we need skilled peoples, and those people are what you call as data engineers. A data engineer is a person who does operations on data and creates pipeline for our data analysts and data scientists to work on. So basically, without creating the data pipeline, you can't work on the data. So that is the reason why we need data engineers. A data engineers are the person who works on data, who cleans the data, who transforms the data, does the exploration on the data, and make the data queryable. Once the data is queryable, you can store that data and do the analysis on the data, and anybody can do analysis and query that data easily. This is where we use SQL and CSV files. We store the data into different types of databases, and it can be queryable using SQL, CSV, or different types of query languages, or you can just explore analysis on that data. This is the place where your data analyst and product manager, business analysts comes into place. This place where the data is analyzed, segmented, and you can actually take product decisions based on that analyzed data here only, where most of the important questions related to the product, such as how frequently my user is going to use that particular feature, or how much time or how much that particular feature is going to be used. These kind of important information, important questions that can be impactful in your company can be answered quickly, and using these kind of information only, just by analyzing and labeling the data in proper tables and in a proper way, you can take the insights out of it. And most of the job is done by the data analyst only, of creating the data in such a way and analyzing the data in such a way that 80% of the companies problems are solved here only, in this place only. So a good data analyst can actually create the strategies and tell you about how these kind of features will work in different products. So it depends. So this is how this is what exactly the data analyst will do, and most of the job is done here only. You don't even have to go there. But when and also a data analyst can write the simple ML algorithms also, where you can solve the problems using simple ML machine learning algorithms also, where this job is also done by ML engineers as well, which do the job of creating simple ML algorithms which are going to tell you about your product, how it is going to work and progress. But in this case, you can also use A/B testing. A/B testing is the thing, it's a kind of a framework where you can actually see and predict how the feature is going to work around, and you can build the features, more and more features around it. For example, if I let's say if you have let's say you have a subscribe button on YouTube. Let's say you want to change that subscribe button's color. Then using A/B testing, you can actually predict and you can run simulations where you can understand if this color will work on this, if the user is going to click onto this, or if the user is going to switch use that feature or not properly. You can do that with A/B testing now. So that is the thing that A/B testing does. And when your job is not done by creating simple ML algorithms and A/B testing, then you can move on to AI and deep learning modules, where this job is done finally by a data scientist. A data scientist is a person who is going to work on to these areas, from analysis to deep learning and machine learning models, creating models, deep learning models, neural networks. These are the things that a data scientist does. So basically, this is the difference between data scientist, a data analyst, and data engineers. So now if I tell you about in a bird's eye view, if we see this whole diagram from a bird's eye view, you will understand that data engineers does this job of exploring the data, from moving and storing the data, and exploring and transforming the data, and making pipelines of data basically. And software engineers does the job of collection of data work here only in this layer. Okay, so most of the job is done by the software engineers and the data engineers here, where they collect the data, and most of the point data collection is done on the front end and some part of the back end also, where the user data is collected, and then it is moved and stored, and it is transformed and cleaned by a data engineer. I have told you about it becomes a very complex distributed systems problem. So this is where we need exactly data engineers, and this is where your data analyst works, where he performs analysis, he labels the data, performs some aggregate functions onto it, and gives you the meaningful insight out of your data, which can affect your product features and your product, which can result in taking product decisions on your own. And this is the place where most of the part is done, most of the company's part is done. Then if your job is not done by simple ML algorithms and A/B testing, at that time you go with the AI and deep learning modules, which is the job of a data scientist in this case. And I have told you, data scientist can work from this level to this level, above level. So basically, in order to give the data to a data scientist, you need a data engineer first, who cleans the data, who moves the data and transforms the data and store it in such a way that it can be queryable. And once the data is queryable and it is solving most of the problems, if the problems are not solved here, then we go to the data scientist. So data scientist is the person who is going to work on data in such a way that he can extract the information, the insights, the meaningful insights out of the data using machine learning algorithms and deep learning modules, something like that. That is your data scientist, guys. And by the way, these days, in today's world, data scientists are also called as research scientists as well, where most of the companies, big companies in today's world, they are having data scientists. They don't have separate roles for data scientist or data analyst or data engineer. There, for example, in Google, they don't give the data scientist position directly. All the job is done, all the three roles are done by a software engineer only, where software engineers in Google are given the work of data cleaning also, creating ML algorithms as well, simple ML algorithms, and all the job is done by a software engineer. So it depends on what company you are going and what job the company does. So basically this is the difference between data science, data analyst, and data engineering. So I hope you have understood this video, guys, really well. This is the difference here. And by the way, we are also doing our data science batches as well. Right now, we in Coders Arcade, we take data science batches also, and very soon we are going to start our data engineering batch as well, where we are going to talk about data engineering in depth, how you can transform and create pipelines of data, how you use ETL in order to do all the stuff related to your data and move and store your data, transform your data, and create pipelines of data. So all the job of a data engineer is going to be taught in this batch. So if you guys are interested in joining our data engineering batch, which we are going to start almost from the next month, we are going to start on the first week of June only. We are going to start this data engineering batch very soon. So if you want to join our data engineering batch, tell us in the comment section below, and I'll give the link of the form as well, where you can enroll for your data engineering batch. If you want to join our data science batch also, then you can enroll in that also. In the comment section, in the description, you will get to know about all the details of our batches that are going on right now in Coders Arcade, and you can join our batches from there. So data science batch is going on right now. Data engineering we are going to start very soon, and in the future we are planning to give data analytics course also. So if you like this video, tell us in the comment section below, guys. If you have any doubts into this video, you tell us in the comment section below. That also we are going to try to help you with that comments as well. And that's all for this video, guys. This is Ashank David signing off. I'll see you guys in the next one.